Give it to me, I'm worth it. Baby, I'm worth it.
Chapter 2.
There's no warnings, but we know it's going to be
There's
fucked.
no warnings in this, but we definitely know it's going to be fucked.
Because of what happened at the end of the last one.
Yeah, have you ever had anal, Clara?
Oh no.
Oh no. I'm just imagining, like, Peter Capaldi just grabbing Jenna Coleman.
This is the poster. Right there, we just look at it. In disgust. This is the worst stand I've ever made, Nathan.
Yeah, you're on the camera, on a pile of books and DVDs. With Peter Capaldi in most of these.
Yeah.
Your entire room is Peter Capaldi based. How are you going to sleep at night now that you've read this?
Above my bed is that.
Yeah, literally every morning you're going to wake up to that face.
Oh well, I'll live.
I swear. Let's get messed up. The doctor's point of view.
It doesn't help that this sits on my bed either. In the night.
Wow. I walked back over to the secret compartment. I pulled out a bottle which contained a clear substance. Lube? Clara turned her head and rested her cheek on the pillow to look at me. Well, what is that? She asked breathlessly. Well, I started as I walked towards the bed and put the bottle next to the knife. It's a special type of Gallifreyan lube. It's not meant to be used for anal, but I don't care. I'll put it on myself and it will eventually get really hot. It won't burn me, but it'll definitely hurt you. It will burn your anus, my Clara. She gulped audibly. She was riddled with fear, but the look on her face also contained a hint of arousal. If you make any noise, I will have to gag you, and we wouldn't want that. I slowly picked up the knife and her eyes widened once more. Do you know what I'm guessing will happen sooner or later?
What?
He's going to use the knife and shove it up somewhere.
I feel like I'm just going to end up killing her.
Yeah. I walked to the end of the bed and used one hand to spread her cheeks. I then pressed the tip of the knife to her clenched and tight hole. Don't, she muttered. Are they doing it? I raised my eyebrow, a smirk then came upon my face. Are you telling me to stop, Oswald? I questioned as I applied more pressure with the knife. He is! He is!
You called it.
She let out a yelp of surprise. I know that I told you I would stop if you wanted me to, but I really hate being told what to do. I then quickly tossed the knife... Samar, don't do that!
Sorry.
I then quickly tossed the knife next to her face on the pillow. She momentarily stopped breathing. I told you to be quiet, Clara. I'll give you one more chance. I reached into my back pocket and pulled out some fabric. I lifted her head slightly so it could blindfold her.
I thought you were going to say so it could blind her. I was like, what? Just jam it in her eyes.
The cloth. I then reached into my coat pocket and retrieved the sonic screwdriver. You were right again! You were right! I headed back to the end of the bed. I did it without any warning. I spread her cheeks once more and shoved the end of the screwdriver in. She let out a groan of pain. I pushed a button, causing it to whir and vibrate. Fuck, Doctor! She breathed. I removed the screwdriver and gave her one hard slap to her right ass cheek, leaving a huge red mark which would surely bruise. Smack. Get up.
I need a moment.
What?
I need a moment.
I thought I told you to be quiet, I growled in annoyance. Tears soaked through the fabric covering her eyes. I put the screwdriver back in my pocket before rummaging for the ball gag. Do you know what they look like?
Yes, Nathan, actually, yes I do. I've watched your Oxcast.
After seconds of searching through my blogger on the inside pocket... Bigger on the inside pocket.
Blogger?
I don't know why!
Just checking like his blog, just like to see what you're next.
Bigger on the inside pocket. I found the red ball gag.
I'm not fucking putting this video on here, man.
Yes, you fucking are. I forcefully shoved the ball into her mouth, causing her to choke slightly. I tied it round the back of her head. I then picked up the knife from the pillow and put it on the nightstand once more. Now, there is an 80% chance that this lube will tear your anus. Just a warning. I slowly undid my belt and let it crash to the floor, making sure that she heard. I removed my shoes and then my trousers and underpants in one swift motion. I instantly covered myself with the lube and waited for a few seconds for it to heat up. It soon heated up, but of course it didn't hurt me at all. I kneeled in between her thighs. She shuddered in fear. I put my tip against her anus and she squirmed around uncomfortably at the immense heat. I kneeled in between her thighs. She shuddered in fear. I put my tip against her.
You just
Wait.
read that again. We already read this.
Wait. Sorry. Sorry, it's just that all the lines are similar.
I'm fucking getting more heated.
The more you move, the more it will hurt. I shoved my cock deep into her without any warning, causing her to groan in pleasure. She moved around and small cries could be heard from behind the wall gag. I struck her hard on the right ass cheek once more. Once again, the original red mark now redder. Are we sure we want to go on? How is anything worse than this? Just asking.
Is it worse than 50 Shades of Grey?
I don't know, I've never read 50 Shades
I
of
haven't
Grey.
either.
This causes no pain to me, Clara, so stop moving, and this will be over quicker than I originally intended. I told her as I pulled out and slammed back into her full force. The heat was starting to intensify now. It would surely causing her anus to bleed later.
I thought you were going to say I was going to shortly cook. I was like, whoa, okay.
That would be horrifying. I could see that she was biting down hard on the gag. I started to thrust in and out of her fast and hard. The friction of the heat would hopefully leave a scar. Mine, not PE's. Are you reading down?
No, I'm not. I was just seeing where you were. Okay, I found it now.
I slowed down and whispered, now I hope you make the right choice by telling PE that I own you, not him. I will brand you if that's what it takes. Just imagine if your teacher was into this kind of thing.
Oh my god.
And when I say brand, I mean not with a hot iron with my Clara. I'll brand you with a hot iron, did he just say? Now you wouldn't want that, so I suggest you set things straight with your boyfriend.
Already calling that that's going to happen anyway.
After a few more thrusts, I pulled out a sigh. Her anus was gaping. Red raw.
You are like dying. Oh my god. I like how you just read it and you were like, red raw.
I hovered a hand over her hole and immense heat was emitting. That must hurt like shit, huh, Clara? You won't be able to sit properly for weeks. I will clean myself up later. I put all my clothes back on before removing the ball gag from my mouth. I removed the blindfold. Her breathing was laboured and her eyes were half shut. Now, what do you say to your master, Clara? I exclaimed, hitting her right cheek again. Thank you, she squeaked. Thank you. I waited for her to correct herself. Wait, thank you. I waited for her to correct herself. She breathed. Thank you, master.
Oh my god. Where's Missy when you need her? Oh no, don't bring Missy into it.
Good, I muttered as I looked back at her anus. Only a little bit of blood, my impossible girl. I lifted my hand and regeneration energy started to emit around it.
What's wrong?
Regeneration energy is in her anus.
No, it's in his hand.
Oh, thank goodness, I imagined it inside her anus.
He's not even put it in his hair.
Wait, what? Did he just fist her?
Oh my god! No.
That's going to be.
Oh my god, there is, isn't there?
I don't want your pretty ass to get infected, Clara, so I'll heal you. But only to stop the bleeding. You will still feel the heat and intense pain when you move. I muttered, hovering my hand above her ass, watching the energy pour into her.
Shoot.
This energy, however, will intensify the heat. What the fuck? I growled. She instantly cried out in pain. Tears streaming down her face. Shh, it will be okay. I stroked her face with my free hand. Does he actually have a free hand?
Oh my god.
Seconds later, the regeneration energy died down. I untied her wrists and ankles and tossed the rope to the floor. I rolled her onto her back. She instantly tried to go back onto her stomach because of the pain that her backside was causing. I held a hand on her, stopping her from moving to her desired position. Pardon me. I softly placed my mouth on hers, gently nipping in her bottom lip. Surprisingly, she moaned in pleasure as she started to kiss back. I gently licked her lips, waiting for entrance.
Weird.
She opened her lips, allowing me to caress her tongue with mine.
Right, she's having some weird moments.
I loved her, definitely. Always have ever since I met her. After I regenerated, the desire for her only increased. I pulled away and picked up the bag.
The bag.
Picked up the gag.
The
Sorry.
bag.
Lube and knife, and put them in my pockets. I'm giving you 5 minutes to get dressed. You have a boyfriend to explain yourself to. I exited the room with a smirk on my face. I stood in the console room and waited. For 5 minutes exactly, I groaned when Clara was nowhere to be seen. I turned on a screen. She was lying on her stomach, still naked. I marched towards her room and opened the door quickly. Clara, I gave you 5 minutes. I slowly approached her. I ran my fingertips along her stinging ass.
It's getting worse.
But please don't, Doctor, she whimpered. I'm sorry. I thought I owned you. She sighed. You do, so I waited for her to answer. So you're allowed to do what you want to me, she finally whispered. I could tell that she got slightly turned on by all this. PE doesn't stand a chance. Does he ever let her urinate or defecate?
I assume so. Why? That'd be a bit wrong, wouldn't it?
Are they going to involve that in the story?
Oh no, I don't even think about that.
2 girls, 1 cup in this shit.
Oh no.
Oh, not in this shit. Oh!
God. Some weird shit on Tumblr already, Nathan.
Good girl, I said as I dug a finger into her gaping asshole. She clutched the sheets with her hands. Oh fuck. I chuckled low. You secretly love the pain, don't you, Clara? I removed my finger. I slowly bent down and circled her hole with my tongue.
I need to fucking get rid of my history.
I forgot where the hell the word tongue was. Okay, she lout. She lout a gasp of pleasure and pain. Yes, master. Oh, I love it when you call me master. I then moved away.
Maybe he should change it to master then.
I'm giving you 20 minutes to get dressed, otherwise you will be hurting 100 times more than you already are. You won't be able to stand without crying, I threatened. Her breathing stopped, knowing that I wasn't lying.
Yeah, wait a minute. Why is he called the master?
No.
No, I mean, why is the actual guy called the master?
Because he's a master.
Yeah, but maybe he's like into some sexual kinky shit, so he likes people calling him the master. Oh my god, no.
Oh no, Missy, gosh. Well, she did push Clara down more, didn't she?
That was like some sort of sexual innuendo.
I waited in the console room. She appeared 5 minutes late. She was wearing a white blouse and black baggy trousers. She clutched onto the railing as tears slipped down her face. You're late, I said. Sorry, she muttered. I glared at her. Sorry, master. She corrected herself. I smirked and nodded. I walked towards her and unbuttoned the top 3 buttons of her blouse so I could caress her collarbone easily. I could tell that she was heavily turned on as she licked her dry lips, even though she was in intense pain. I leaned down and nibbled on her collar, but now, an unwanted moan escaping her lips as her grip on the railing tightened. I soon moved my mouth back up and I bit down on the bite that was already present on her neck. I sucked on the wound, draining the little blood there. I pulled away and buttoned up her blouse.
What are you saying, blouse? That's pissing me off.
Blouse?
Blouse.
What's wrong with the word blouse?
Blouse.
Blouse.
I say blouse. But blouse pisses me off.
What's wrong with the word blouse?
It's like word schedule. Oh my god, just fucking kill me.
Schedule. It's pronounced schedule.
Oh,
That's how British people are
kill
meant to
me.
pronounce it.
Fuck
American.
you, I want to go to America then.
Really? Really? So you get arrested if you cross the road. Which is bullshit. What the fuck, America? I'll get you and no fucking pins on your card. What the fuck is that about?
Maybe some of them have it.
And also, the toilet seats. Too much water in them.
So? It's not like you're gonna fucking like overflow it, Nathan.
It's already overflown. Anyway, back to after the word blouse. Remember, Danny doesn't own you, and if he touches you, I will leave and you will never see me again. I warned. I would do that. Oh, hey, Danny, touch me quickly!
Die quick!
No, I don't want you to leave, she said, worried.
She goes out of time and space, Nathan. You think she's gonna fucking give that shit up?
Yes! I wouldn't, if I, to go to space, I would not want to get raped to just go to space.
Time and space is completely different. Hurry up!
Then let Danny know who owns you. Let him know that I am the only one who will ever be allowed to control you. I tell you what to do and you will obey, otherwise I'll leave forever. I explained. Why do I keep saying exclaimed instead of explained? She quickly nodded. I turned and headed to the console, putting in coordinates for her flat. Once we landed, I held out a hand to her. She took it and stabled herself on me as we exited the TARDIS. Once we were in her sitting room, I stood behind her and wrapped my arms around her waist, pulling her towards me. She hisses in pain. I growled into her ear, "I love you." What? She asked in shock. You heard. Now, what do you have to say to your master? I love you too, she whispered. I could tell that she meant it 100%. I turned her around gently and placed my lips on hers, nipping every now and then. I'll be back whenever I feel like it, I told her as I headed back to the TARDIS.
Shit.
End chapter 2.
Look, there's the doctor. Oh god, he's like looking over us.
He's looking at Clara over there.
Oh my god, okay. That was fun.
Alright, do we dare read chapter 3?
Yeah.
We dare. I just saw the word Facebook. This chapter contains exhibition and light stripping. Light, extreme. As I placed the tip of the knife on her clit. Oh my fucking god.